One of you challenged me to make the first stage of my obby completely invisible and add more obstacles to the game. That sounds like a terrible idea for the players, so obviously I decided to build it. This is day 3 of making my own Roblox games until I reach 100,000 subscribers. Today, I'm continuing 5-Minute Obby Part 2, and I'm turning this viewer's suggestion into the first new stage. I started by finding an empty area beside the main map. I wanted the new stage to float above the void, so players would have no way to survive if they missed a jump. Then I inserted a new part and positioned it away from the main island. After resizing the first block, I made sure it was anchored so it wouldn't fall when the game started. Now, instead of creating every platform separately, I selected the block and pressed Ctrl+D. Ctrl+D is the shortcut for duplicating a selected object in Roblox Studio. Each time I pressed it, Roblox created an identical copy of the block. I used the Move tool and its colored arrows to drag every duplicate forward and leave a jumpable gap between the platforms. I repeated the same process several times. Select the most recent block, press Ctrl+D, and move the new copy forward. I adjusted the distance between individual platforms so that some jumps would be easy, while others would require better timing. After checking the stage from different camera angles, I had a complete floating path extending away from the island. Next, I needed a checkpoint before the invisible section. Inside Workspace, I created a folder called Checkpoints to keep the checkpoint system organized. I placed the checkpoint at the beginning of the stage, renamed it 1, and added its checkpoint script. Using a number as its name allows the game to identify which checkpoint the player has reached. Before making anything invisible, I inspected the path one final time. I moved the last few platforms into position, checked their spacing, and made sure the course connected properly with the checkpoint. At this point, the stage looked simple, but players could still see every jump. That was about to change. I selected all the obstacle platforms together and opened their properties. Then I changed their transparency value from 0 to 1. 0 means a part is completely visible, while 1 makes it completely invisible. The platforms were still physically present, and players could stand on them, but now they couldn't see where they were supposed to jump. I kept the checkpoint platform visible so players would know where the challenge begins. The checkpoint's touch script saves the player's progress when they stand on it. I also checked the checkpoint respawn manager inside Server Script Service. This script finds the player's saved checkpoint after they respawn and moves their character slightly above it, preventing them from spawning inside the platform. Now it was time to test everything. I started the game, reached the checkpoint, and attempted the invisible path. The first platform was somewhere in front of me. I just couldn't see it. I tried estimating the distance, jumped, and immediately fell into the void. Fortunately, the checkpoint worked. Instead of returning to the beginning of the entire game, my character respawned at the invisible stage checkpoint. I attempted the jump again, but completing an obstacle course without seeing the platforms was much harder than I expected. The first invisible stage of 5-Minute Obby Part 2 is now working. But I need your help with the next one. Should I add spinning lasers, disappearing platforms, moving blocks, or something even harder? Leave your idea in the comments, and it might be added in day 4.